Come on down, gather round, let's cook it right. With Lisa by our side, we'll shine so bright. A healthy fork, it's a fresh new start. Learning to nourish our bodies and our hearts. From the garden greens to grains so fine, Lisa shows us how to make flavors intertwine.
Hey everybody, it is Lisa Cooperman, and we are putting together our first episode of our cooking show. I should say it's my cooking show. I think we've decided to call it The Healthy Fork. I always like to teach people the healthiest way to cook. So we are going to start today with a meat sauce. You say, I already know how to make meat sauce. But we are going to teach you how to add nutritious vegetables to your meat sauce, and no one will ever know. Initially, I was going to call this meat sauce the mystery meat sauce, but that sort of conjured up images of the cafeteria from elementary school and the mystery meat. So today we're going to make meat sauce, and we're going to call it magical meat sauce. We are going to be using my favorite utensil or cooking, not utensil. One of my favorite ways to cook is the Instapot. The Instapot, if it is not your friend, it can be your friend. In fact, it can be your best friend. It is one of my best friends. So this is a very quick and easy way to make soups, stews, sauces, all sorts of things. There are very unusual recipes, but I tend to just stick with the normal types of things, the soups, stews, and sauces. So today we're going to be making meat sauce. Now, instead of ground beef, which is not the healthiest of options, we have decided to go with a ground chicken product. And honestly, ground chicken is one of my go-tos because I think it has a lot less fat, has good flavor, holds up in a sauce. Now you can tell how carefully I'm trying not to touch the raw meat. That has a lot to do with the fact that I have just watched a lot of documentaries on Netflix. Now, if you've watched documentaries, hang on, be right back. Now, if you've watched the documentaries that I have watched, you may remember that it's important to wash your hands. So you can see in our Instapot, we have put our ground chicken, and we have put our, we have a smidge of olive oil in there, and it's already heating up the chicken. Eventually, we're gonna break it up with this little tiny, my favorite, like, kill the meat squisher. And because it's made of silicone, we can just let it rest on top there, and it shouldn't get hurt. It shouldn't get hot, sorry. It's my first time, I'm a little nervous. So while the chicken is cooking, we are gonna cut up some onions. Now, I like to add as many vegetables into my meat sauce as possible. I am not being the best slicer and dicer today, but that's okay, because it's meat sauce. There's lots of usual lumps and bumps in our meat sauce. So if you have any special vegetables or other items that you like to add to your meat sauce, please let us know. You can reach out to me. There will be an email at some point on the screen, part of the show. Another reason I am cutting this rather messily and quickly is because it is starting to make my eyes water. There seems to be a lot of methods on how to prevent that from happening, but the only thing that's really worked for me is safety goggles, which I don't seem to have a pair in front of me right now, so my apologies. Gonna let that cook for a bit. It's still pretty frozen because I forgot to take it out of the freezer. But with the Instapot, it's really not an issue. Go wash my hands again. Woo! So we're gonna put our onion into a bowl. Whoops. So I've cut up, rough chopped about 2 onions. Put that in the bowl. And now I am going to take care of my zucchini. I'm not sure if I rinsed you a zucchini. I have been a registered dietitian for 25 or so years. I hope my friends at the TV station are gonna edit some of this out because I am being really goofy right now. So I am just trying to let this cook. Okay. So as I was trying to say before, I have been a registered dietitian for 25 or so years. I really enjoy being a dietitian. I love helping people find healthy solutions in their diet. I'm a mom. I have 2 teenage daughters, which you may see from time to time in the back of my videos. I also have 3 dogs. Yes, 3. One is sort of floating in the background here. Right, Barkus? You being a good boy? I don't know if you guys can see him on camera or not, but he's back here. He's hovering. He smells the meat cooking. But what my dogs like more than meat is vegetables. I'd say they probably eat more vegetables than most humans do. So our family eats a lot of vegetables. We are not picky. I like to have a variety in our week. And I also like to kind of incorporate as many vegetables into our diet as possible. So this is a zucchini. The way I'm going to hide my zucchini in my meat sauce is I am going to use a hand grater, or what we call a 4-sided grater. So I'm just going to use this. Hopefully I won't cut myself, because, you know, I know a meat sauce is red, but a little extra blood in there, maybe a little extra iron. I know, kind of gross, sorry. So this usually goes pretty quick with this, as you can see. And I tend to like to make a lot of food at one time, so this is going to be a tremendous amount of meat sauce. So we have leftovers. Always have a hungry teenager sometime, somewhere, somehow. Oh, you didn't feed me enough. You don't have what I like in the house, etc., etc. So you guys know how it is having teenagers or kids, right? So I'll take my leftover little scraps. Come here, Marcus. Come here. Come here. You should go, boy. Thank you. And here is another culprit. Come here, Timmy. Can you sit up? Oh, good girl. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see them, but Looney, up. Oh, there's my girl. Thank you. Down. Thank you. Okay. Oh, some more little zucchini scraps for you guys. Up, up. Oh. And good girl. All right. Thanks, guys. Moving on to the next one. So here's my carrots. So we're going to do pretty much the same thing that we did to the zucchini. We're going to do with the carrots. So anyone know why we're putting carrots in our sauce? Anyone? Anyone? Vitamin A. Thank you from the peanut gallery in the back of the house. Vitamin A, beta carotene, good for your eyes. Okay, I think that's it. And This is my secret way to get rid of my carrot scraps. Here, dog. Here you go. And one for you. Whoops. Hit him in the head. One for you. And another for you. All right, let's check in our meat. How are we doing? So I like to see almost no pink in this. And this is, see how fast this is? This is so great. So great. I love it. So I'm going to make this sauce. And what's nice about using the Instapot is it will hold the temperature much like, oh, what are those old things called? A crock pot. I'm dating myself again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So as you can see, there's very little pink in here, but I like to cook to temperature because we do not like foodborne illnesses. Again, those documentaries on Netflix are killing me. My goodness. So we are going to be doing a whole bunch of cooking classes together. If anyone has any ideas for future recipes they would like to see enhanced by a dietitian, I would be very happy to make them. Now, granted, I do have some rules in my kitchen. We do keep a kosher style home, so we will never have pork or bacon or any other pig product in my recipes, nor will we have shellfish. So, and our family does not eat beef. So that will not be on our menu. So if there's ever anything you would like to see prepared, that is chicken, turkey. I'm gonna do a lot of plant-based stuff. How many people have tried tofu? It is quite good. Right? You guys like tofu? Oh, we love tofu. Oh, Mom, you're the best. Sorry, I like to do voiceovers for the dog too. So if you guys think I'm bizarre, you can always turn off the program. Or you can just wait and see how the meat sauce comes out. Okay, in goes my onions. Bloop. And let that saute a bit. While we're letting that saute, we have moved on to grating our carrots. How you doing in there, onions? Okay, one for you. Boop. Hit him in the head again. It seems to be a trend. Whoops, there's just carrots going everywhere. One of the dogs went to the next room to go look for a carrot. Too funny. Too funny. Oh, she's back. No, was there no carrot in the living room? Good, no carrot. No carrot in the living room, they're all here. Who knew I'd have special guests with 4 paws? Who knew? Whew, my triceps getting a workout. Okay, so let's see. What else can we talk about? Talk about portions. I always think that when it comes to portions, if the majority of what you're eating is vegetables, you don't really have to be so strict about the rest of their plate. Nice catch. Generally, I like to see fruit and vegetables as 50% of my main plate. So when you are incorporating vegetables into your meal, it helps to make that ratio feel a lot better. You're getting a lot more bang for your buck out of every bite of food you're taking. So, good for the environment, good for your belly. Every food molecule that you put inside you affects your health in some way, whether good or bad. So why not make as much good as possible? All right. I think that's about it on that carrot. Here you go. One more for you. And we seem, oh, there's the third one. Here you go. Good catch. All right, how are we doing with our onions? Okay. You don't seem to be sauteing as fast as I'd like. I wonder why that is. That's all right. It'll come along. So to our onions, we're going to be adding our zucchini and our carrots, some frozen chopped spinach, and if this happens in your house, little bits of sauces that are left over in your refrigerator. And then we kind of take a look and see how that looks. We have our bird's eye view here. If that doesn't look saucy enough, then we'll add in some more sauce. Let's see, I think I have some canned tomatoes I always have in my pantry. And I always keep these in the house, these 28-ounce cans of crushed tomatoes. They come in handy. What are some other items that you keep in your pantry that helps you in a pinch? What? You think we should show them our pantry? That's going to be another time. But I usually keep onions. I'll keep garlic. What else? Beans, rice, pasta, canned tomatoes, canned pumpkin. What else? Oh, and then all of your basic baking type stuff. So your flour, your sugar. Baking soda, baking powder. Dried pantry goods like rice, pasta, kid snacks. I think we could have a whole lesson on kid snacks. Oh, you know what we could do? We can there's a recipe on how to make your own Cheez-Its. That I think we're gonna try. Because I have kids that like Cheez-Its, and I can't even stand to look at them. But they're kids, they're growing. The majority of their diet's great. They get an occasional Cheez-It or Teddy Graham. I'm quite okay with that because all food fits. All right, it is time to add our other vegetables. It is also time to add our sauce because our bottom is starting to burn. Now the vitamin C in the sauce, we'll take care of that. There it goes. How's that looking? Pretty good, huh? It's definitely not saucy enough. So let's add this. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of water. Okay. It's not bad looking sauce. Okay, I'm going to add some more water to this one. Sorry, sound effects, I know. Drives people crazy. Okay, take these jars away. By the way, these jars are phenomenal for storing things. And during the summer, my kids and I like to put iced tea in them. Who knew? Or lemonade. Just fun, fun, fun. All right, looks good. Okay, let's get this going. You know what would make this really good? Fresh basil. Oh, that would be so good. Okay. I know spinach is not an excuse for basil, but it is super healthy for us. Okay. So we're gonna do a little homework for the next session. We're gonna figure out the difference between a ragu and a sauce. And back goes our meat. Okay. Now this does not look remotely close to a tomato sauce. So fortunately, I have more than one 28-ounce can of tomato in my house. Okay. I will add that. Thank you, Tammy. You're the best dog ever. Best can opener ever. Thank you, Amazon. All right, let's see what that looks like. Definitely gonna need another can. Whew, this is crazy. It looks gorgeous though. One more can of sauce. And then if you like, if you like any additional seasonings like oregano, thyme, rosemary, a bay leaf, you can let it all cook together. So I'm gonna add my next can of sauce. And then we will let that cook. And I will show you our finished product later on. So I thought it was important to show you guys how to put the lid back on. So you want to line it up, close, and you put this little container on and you make sure it is on sealing. And then I switch it over to, let's call it meat and stew. And that's it. And it'll be ready in about 15 minutes. It's time for the reveal. Let's see how our sauce came out. We'll give that a stir. And we'll put it over our pasta. And that's dinner. Enjoy.
Come on down, gather around, let's cook it right. With Lisa by our side, we'll shine so bright. You're healthy for kids, a fresh new start. Learning to nourish our bodies and our hearts.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.